That can be scary for opposing defenses.
Everything I got. Hit from behind. Chase Young knocked the ball out and recovered it.
40 touchdowns for Mr. Brady. Fire them cannon. We got plenty of gunpowder.
Fumble and recovery by Chase Young.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm on Tom.
Oh, baby, what a matchup in this game where the offense for the Bucs has been on tilt for the last month, and then you've got for the entire season those numbers spiking over the last month. And then the defense for the Washington football team has just been dynamite. Top 5 all season long. Hour 3 of NFL Game Day Morning, presented by Intuit TurboTax, live on the air. Rich Eisen, Steve Mariucci, Michael Irvin, and our Hall of Fame friend Kurt Warner from his home cam as we get you set for kickoff between the Colts and the Bills. Super Wild Card weekend. Saturday night wraps up with Brady and the Bucs against the Washington football team. And once again, in case you don't know, Chase Young was caught on film saying, "Bring on Tom Brady," after the game last week, after beating the Philadelphia Eagles. And Bruce Arians said, "We don't know, we're going to have our hands full, but be careful what you wish for." So who's got the advantage, Mooch? Brady in this offense, or this dynamic young unicorn of a pass rusher and the defense?
Hey, Rich, I just can't help but think of, in college, Chase Young and Nick Bosa were on the same Ohio State Buckeye team. Oh,
after Joey Bosa left.
Can you believe that? Anyway, no wonder Michigan. Anyway, okay.
Boy.
But I'm going to give the advantage to a Michigan man, all right, Tom Brady.
I appreciate that.
He's played against Jack Del Rio's defense. Jack's a heck of a coach. They've played 10 times. Tom Brady's won 9 of them, 25 touchdowns, and just 1 pick. He's got these weapons that are playing very well right now together. They seem to be peaking. They are in sync. Yes, Washington has a great front, 5 first-rounders, and that's going to be the key. But in the secondary, they're just okay. They're okay. But Tom, if he gets enough time, he should have his way today.
He gets enough time.
Tom versus time. That's basically what you're saying. Kurt, what do you think?
Yeah, Coach, I'm going to have to agree with you. And, I think this falls, we're looking at this offense against the defense, and you're right, the front's going to be great. I think they're going to find ways to get pressure on Tom Brady at times. Can they stop the big playmakers on the back end? But we also have to realize that the offense of the Washington football team is someplace that they struggle too. So they're not going to score a lot of points. And so because of that, because of all the playmakers, Tom is going to find a way to make some plays in this football game. They're not going to get after him all day long. And that's going to lend that advantage to Tom Brady, because I don't think Washington's going to be able to keep up.
Yeah, and we'll make it a triple. Obviously, you give it to Tom Brady. This year they've averaged 30 points, and over the last 4 games, we're talking about how he's getting in the groove. They've averaged 37 points. But let me just say this, though. When I talked to that young dude, and he talked about scooping that ball and going to score with it, he said the first thing he talked about was all his dudes were with him. So when he says he's coming, he means all of them are coming, and I'm telling you, they'll have a shot. They'll have a shot. They're slimming it on, but they'll have a shot. But I'll get advanced.
You're referring to your chat with Chase Young after
when I spoke to that young man
after the game and the win in Arizona, where he had a scoop and a score, and he is so good. He is so dynamic and so good, and obviously it would give the best chance for Washington to win this game tonight. Certainly, if Alex Smith might not be able to go, which Ian Rappaport reported in the first hour of this program, is the way things are trending on that front. Let's go to James Palmer at FedEx Field right now. James.
Well, thanks, Rich. Ian is right. Alex Smith has done very little physically throughout this week with that injured right calf, and he is still sore. And mobility is very important. The Bucs 4th in the NFL in sacks. Washington 29th best at protecting their quarterback. So Tyler Heineke could be playing in this game in some capacity. That is a realistic opportunity. Now, most of the players on this offense that I talked to told me the biggest thing they'll miss with Alex Smith would be that veteran presence. There's nothing he hasn't seen, and he tells them. But no matter who's playing quarterback, I'm told this offense is going to play very free. They're not going to be reckless, but they are going to take a lot of chances. Now let's go to Kim Jones in Orchard Park.
James, thanks so much. As we speak, Cole Beasley is on the field behind me, doing just very preliminary warm-ups to test that knee. We'll keep you posted. Meanwhile, Stefon Diggs, all he did in his first year as a Bill is become an all-pro receiver. I don't think we can overstate the impact Stefon Diggs has had on this Bills team. As Bills general manager Brandon Beane told me this week, I think Diggs raised everyone's level on offense, including Josh Allen's. That's very, very high praise. Meanwhile, we're going to see a fired-up Philip Rivers out here today. And here he is, wired up.
Hey, y'all can't play with 12, Greg. Can't play with 12, Greg. Hey, Greg, you can only play with 11, Greg. Better keep your butt in there. We'll stop him twice. We'll stop him twice, dadgummit. JT, don't dance with him. Run him over. Don't dance with him. You weren't even close to making that play. You got a hand on it. You weren't even close.
He turned the corner on you. He turned the corner on you.
The cleanest smack talker maybe in the history of the National Football League.
He's awesome.
Bringing his A game, and Philip Rivers, in terms of quarterbacks without a Super Bowl win, in the Super Bowl era, nobody's played more games and has more pass yards and more passing touchdowns than Philip, who is now the Indianapolis Colts quarterback and has an opportunity sitting here right in front of him with a job coaching high school football in Alabama all lined up whenever he decides to take that job. The question is this his last run? So, Kurt, you want to go first. What does Philip Rivers need to do to upset the Bills today to keep this thing going?
We can throw around all the cliches, quarterback doesn't play against the other quarterback. They play against the other team's defense. But anytime I was in one of these big moments, these playoff moments, and playing against another hot quarterback, as we all know Josh Allen is, I always said to myself, I have got to outplay the quarterback on the other sideline. Now, that doesn't mean I have to have more touchdown passes and more yards. It just means that the plays that my team needs me to make, I need to be better at making those plays than the guy on the other sideline. And that, to me, is going to be key in this game. I don't know what that's going to look like, but there's going to be key moments in this game where Philip Rivers is going to have to make the right play. Is that, pushing the ball down the field and making a perfect throw? Is that avoiding jamming a throw in that could be turned over? Whatever that is, he's got to be better, in my opinion, throughout 60 minutes than Josh Allen on the other side of the football, which not many quarterbacks have been this year.
And Kurt, you talk about it, man. When you were playing playoff football, I want to match. I want to match the guy across from me. You talk about Philip Rivers matching Josh Allen. I need T.Y. Hilton to match Stefon Diggs. That their combination can't be better than our combination. That's how Philip Rivers can get in here and get this upset. Stefon Diggs has to turn